Hey everyone, so it's summer and I've been really busy with, the kiddos and stuff. School's out, so I haven't had a lot of time to make videos and just be here with you all, but I can tell you that since I've been taking this break, oh man, spirit is like knocking at the door. It's constantly telling me that it's time to connect with all of you and give information that just keeps coming up. It's nudging me. It's almost like driving me a little crazy. So I wanted to get on and share with you some messages that have been coming up. Hopefully this gets out to those that need this information the most. Specifically for those that click on this video, there's something in here for you, even though it's like a collective. So what I want to share with you, I don't want to take too much time because the more I jabber on, the less I'm able to take in the messages that come through and deliver them to you. So the first message that showed up, that's been coming through on a constant basis pretty much, is it's talking about living your life and also experiencing death. It's usually around this time of year where people do have experiences where they lose a special loved one. And that's not just a person, human, so to speak, but it could be a pet, it could be loss of really anything that you're just used to having around you. It could be a loss of a home or a loss of a job. But when we do have these moments where we lose things that are near and dear to our hearts, it kind of brings about this sense of, whoa, life is short. Where do I go from here? What happens now? Um, is this a message from God, the universe, what have you? And usually it is. It's important to really look at these moments, and that's why the living life message is coming through, because it's asking us to live our lives more to the extent, kind of like what's the cliche, live your life as if it's your last day. So universe is definitely saying that, things are moving faster, and I know you've all heard this, probably from other, psychics or mediums or life coaches, but it's true. Things are just like evolving so quickly. And, if we are constantly thinking about, oh, I really want to join that class, or, oh, I wish I had gone on that trip. I should be, exercising more, or I should be spending time with my parents more often, or, just those thoughts. And usually those thoughts come up in the evening hours when we're trying to go to sleep, and, the mind gets flooded with all this craziness, and sometimes we can't sleep. I mean, I'm definitely one of those people. Um, so it's important to hear those messages, because and the repetitiousness that's going on in the back of your mind when you hear these things, it's something that the universe is saying, do it. Just do it. Just, get up the next day and plan your day based around visiting family members, or joining, a new group, or community activity such as swimming at the local pool, or, you know, um, going to like a game night or something like that. Even, planning a trip, or, spending time with people that you haven't in a while. All these things are really important, because before you know it, the universe is going to come through with a change that occurs. And that change could be losing something. When we go through these transitional times, it is because we're supposed to be changing. We're supposed to be, mixing up our routine a little bit, doing what we wish we could do or what we need to do. So the message is very strong today about, living life. Because without living life, the universe will come around and mix things up for you. And sometimes that's not in the best way. A lot of people will lose a loved one or, have something devastating happen to them. And they'll think, oh, well, why me? Why did this happen in this way? And it's usually because it's a big universal shift that needs to happen for you and to you in order for you to change your course of action, your path. So living life. The other thing that came through was the letter L. The letter L was so strong the other day. I was picking up on names based around the letter L. Laura, Lisa, Llewellyn, Luann. Even male names, Leo, Liam, Lucas. So if you're watching this now, think about your people, the people that you know around you. Think about the letter L. You may even be connected with somebody who has the letter L in their name. When this happens, it's important for you to connect with this person. And if this person is a past loved one to you, it's also important to connect with them. So I would suggest, spending some time with yourself, sitting down, maybe going into a little meditation or just, being calm and quiet and asking for this person to come through to you. There are messages that are being sent to you from this person. I can provide some information on that. One of the messages is eating foods that bring you joy. Silly little message, I guess, but perhaps the people that are watching this right now, it actually is pretty important. So if you've been depriving yourself of certain things that you want to eat or drink, right now is the time to tap into that. And perhaps you're dieting or you're trying to get healthier and you feel like you have to deprive yourself of certain foods in order to accomplish, a weight loss goal or something, or, better cholesterol levels, less anxiety, all that. It doesn't mean that you have to cut out, things that you usually love. So try to navigate around that, implement things that are healthier, but also give you that sense of satisfaction, and keeping your taste buds happy is what this person, spirit, may be trying to offer you. Thinking outside of the box when it comes to food as well, trying new things. That kind of comes in with that message of living your life. Definitely changing, mixing things up. That's the message. It just keeps coming forward over and over again. Don't stay in your comfort level for too long, because that's when the lovely divine source will come around and make changes for you. The next message is about putting your feet on the ground. This comes with resistance to flying or going long distances, traveling beyond what you are used to. So this isn't necessarily, going outside of your comfort zone, but it's important to know that if you're planning a big trip in the next, I'd say, 6 months from now, you may want to hone in on keeping it more localized. In other words, traveling outside of the country is not going to be in your greatest favor. The message that's coming through is about being more grounded where you are, because traveling in such a degree of going outside of, what you're used to or your current country could result in a way that is not favorable. And by not favorable, I mean that, one of your luggage bags could go missing. You get lost. You run into people that are disgruntled or negative or try to take from you. You have difficult conversations with others who are just not understanding you. Miscommunication can happen. So all these things you're going to want to avoid, and you can do that by keeping your feet on the ground. Staying within the zone that feels most reliable when it comes to traveling. So keep that in mind. And also, it's important to be around people that can understand you and trust you. So if you feel like you are in the presence of someone who is questioning your authenticity, it's going to be most beneficial to kind of steer clear of people like that. Another letter that came through is the letter P. So usually when letters come through, they are a result to a person's name. Very strong male energy coming through. So Peter, Paul, those are the first two names. It can also be a last name, Peterson, Philip, something of that nature. So keep that in the back of your mind as well when connecting with other people. I did see that this P person, a letter P, is going to be able to give you some sound advice. So whether they're past or, coming into your life, I am picking up on them coming more into your life than being like spirit. When they start talking to you, it's going to be good to listen, pick up their pieces of knowledge any way you can, because they're going to want to help you evolve in your life. And I do see that this person's going to come about when you are doing something a little bit different than you usually do, just as we were talking about before, mixing up that routine. So it looks like spirit is going to be coming through a lot stronger within the next 2 months from now. It's important to be open when you start to hear things happening in your house. I know I've been doing a lot of ghost scans lately of people's home. It's a very affordable offer I have on my website. Basically, I'm able to, get a feel for the energy around you inside your home and tap into the spirits or ghosts that are in your home, that are around you, and even on the outside of your residential area. So if you're feeling like you're hearing stuff or you're sensing it, chances are it's definitely happening. I've been feeling and hearing a lot of things going on in my upstairs, and I try to chalk it up as the cat or something, but I'm literally hearing things falling. And when I go up there, I'm definitely sensing some type of presence that is in that area. Usually when ghosts and spirit come to me, it's for you guys. Or it's, it's usually for someone else. Very rarely do they come to visit me personally, unless they're trying to communicate with someone that I'm working with, or, if I'm doing a video like this. So definitely in the next 8 weeks, big spiritual changes are happening outside of our earth realm. So in the universe, in the afterlife, spirits are going to be coming through much stronger than they ever have before, and you're more than likely gonna feel it. I would love to hear your stories. Comment below in this video about what you are picking up on, what you feel and sense within your own home, or if you've had an experience personally with a spirit or ghost. I want to hear all about it. This is the type of stuff I live for. So yeah, there's definitely that energy coming through, and spirit wants to talk to us. They want to relay their messages. They want to help us, because in the coming, I think it's 4 months from now, we're going through another earthly shift. We're going to be feeling it in the weather. We're going to be feeling it in politics. We're going to be feeling it on a religious level, and all through our soul. It's going to kind of feel almost like an earthquake coming up within us. And it's important to have that connection to the other side, because they do ground us. They do help us maintain stability within our own spirit. So tap into that, and you can tap into that at any point in time, no matter where you are or what you are doing. Sometimes I'm driving and I will just be at a stop sign or a stoplight, and if I really need to, I'll close my eyes just for a moment and ask for spirit to guide me or give me a message, and they always come through. One way or another, they will talk to you, they will give you a vision, they will give you a sign, and it's always beneficial to have that link, that connection to them. So I ask you to always be open to receiving from spirit, all on your own, not even, from me or another medium, psychic. You can do this. Anybody has the power to connect with spirit at any point in time. Also, I feel like there's some really good energy that's going to be coming out of this shift. So I did a reel or a short the other day, and wow, the message was strong. It was all about like stating what I wanted instead of asking for it. A lot of times I'll tell people to, ask the universe, write it down, put it in an inquiry, and it'll come to you. It's a kind of like a pattern of manifesting, and those things are still very good to do, but I manifested and I wrote it down and I talked about it, and I, went through those steps, and I finally sat down and I closed my eyes and I said to the universe, I'm done. I'm done asking. I want this and I'm ready for it. And I was very adamant for lack of better description. And I just said, you're going to give it to me right now. I'm not waiting. I'm not hoping. I'm not dreaming. I'm not praying. I'm ready for it. And sure enough, it came through, long story short, which I talk about in that reel that I did. And it just kind of dawned on me. It was a very aha moment. I'm like, oh, so I just need to be a little bit more aggressive. I just need to say what's going to happen. Tell the universe what I want, not ask. None of that, hoping. The word hope triggers me anyway, because I always have felt like hoping is just handing over your dreams to the energies of the universe to do whatever they choose. And if you're not precise, if you're not clear, then things can come to you in a way that you do not want or expect. So being very particular, being very on point, with your words and your actions, you know. That's another thing that's important to think about and do. You don't want to, you know, say something like, "Oh, I would really like to have a you know, a wonderful gathering with friends this evening." And then your actions go into not inviting wonderful people over. You invite people that, you know, maybe having a bad day, or, you know, you don't invite as many people as you expected. So your words have to match your actions. Um, but most importantly, I think what's very, very strong in energy right now is stating what you want and not giving up, never wavering, never for a second, you know, thinking, well, what if? And it can happen. It can very well happen just as you want it to. So that's pretty much the messages that have been coming through super strongly for me. I do want to add that in the past, when I was doing the readings every single day, it started to feel daunting. And I know other creators, YouTube content creators, can understand this, and I'm just being raw here. I'm being truthful with you, and that is, you know, I run my psychic medium business on top of caring for my family every day, and it became unfulfilling, and I always want what I do to be fulfilling. Otherwise it's not healthy, right? So I kind of felt like it was time to take a step back, and maybe every day just can't be the case. Maybe it will in the future, but for right now, I want to be able to give you the best information, guidance that I receive from your loved ones, from your angels and spirit guides and the universe. And if that means doing it every once in a while, once a week, every other day, then that's how it's going to kind of flow out from here. I do hope to have more content coming as fall shows up. I think things are more open for me to do that, especially with my family. So from here on out, I would love for you guys to just keep believing in yourselves, keep loving yourselves, trust in the path that you are choosing each day, and come back anytime you feel like you need a little boost of guidance from me. And I will do my best to keep bringing the most beneficial and wonderful content to you. Thank you all for watching, and have a blessed day.